You can see my Jeep there. That U-Haul pulling that car pulled in right as I pulled up, and when she came to a stop, she came in real slow. When she came to a stop, the car rolled forward, and I looked at the strap, and it was really loose. The strap had the part that goes up over the center of the wheel in the front had slid off to the side, so it was really loose. So, and she didn't speak English, so I just did it for her. Okay, I know this isn't healthy, but oh my gosh, I haven't had a pretzel with melted cheese in so long. Oh, it's so good. So good. Wow, diesel and unleaded are basically the same price right now. Got this thing all torn apart. Oh man. Alright, so I moved this stuff into the shade. Well, I guess that one's still over there, but I did want to see, it's actually pretty warm here today, so I did want to see if the heat actually would help loosen the paint at all. It just seems to dry this stuff out quicker. Stuff works good, you just have to put a couple coats on. And without even taking the stiff brush to it, you know, just the brush I'm using to apply it with, not even aimed at, it seems to loosen it up like pretty decent. But then I always take that thicker brush to it, and it seems like with the diamond plate you kind of got to go like in circles and everything to get it loose around the diamond. But anyway, I'm debating on whether or not to do the fender flares. You know, I could probably just sand those, but I'm kind of curious how good this stripper would work on plastic, so I might do that, just at least on this one. And then I put a first coat of this undercoating on. I'm not going to go any farther. Well, for one, I'm not ready to go any farther. Why won't you focus? What is wrong? I'm sorry. Stupid phone. I actually, that second phone that I bought, I pulled it out last night, charged it, set it all up, so I might start using that. Anyways, I put a first coat on here. Kind of smells like the tar, like the asphalt or tar that those trucks lay down on the street. And I don't know, it seems to be pretty decent just with one coat. But anyways, yeah, I guess I'm somewhat happy with it. I believe it was Rodney in the comments had said that, because he had suggested actually buying the bed liner stuff, the iron. Hold on, I'm gonna tap the screen and see if I can get it to focus. He had suggested buying the Iron Armor, or the Harbor Freight brand bed liner, and I was gonna do that. And when I was there, this is all they had, and then they had the other kind of bed liner, so I picked that up, and then I got like 3 cans of this stuff, which I was gonna use underneath to kind of protect it anyway. However, he said that this stuff is basically the same as the bed liner, only he actually had an issue with it drying. I believe he was from like Indiana or somewhere with a lot more humidity. So I guess this will be a test. And you can see it looks like if you get it a little thicker or too close, it kind of it leaves little bubbles or ripples or whatever. But I mean, they'll probably all end up looking like that. So, and some of that might be from the old undercoating. If the old undercoating was on there really well, I just left it. I'm probably going to paint the diamond plate black and the fender flares black. I did order some more wrap because I had issues the first time I ordered it, so I went through Amazon instead of eBay this time, and I went with a gloss because they were out of what I had ordered the last time, which is probably why it never got shipped last time. This is what I'm using on this trim and bumper paint. Hopefully it's okay to use on aluminum, we'll find out. Good on that too. I had originally sanded that with too low of a grit so you could see all the stuff underneath it. I went back with 220 and it's still, you can still kind of see underneath it, but you know what? I don't know. I was getting ready to say this can doesn't last very long, but I guess I've used it quite a bit on other stuff for laying down underneath other coats to try to give it a little bit of texture. I don't know if you can see the slight texture it gives, the little rippliness. Yeah, that's a word. So anyway, I don't know. It's black. Whatever. If it works, I have to go get more of that crap. Hopefully it's not $15 a can like all Duplicolor's other crap. Yeah. Anyways, the plan was to have all the diamond plate stuff and all the trim and everything black, and then the wrap is going to be like a dark grayish color. I forget what they call it exactly, but for right now, I don't know if I'm going to have enough to coat that, because I don't know if I'm going to go to the store, since that is blocking me from leaving, and I would have to do a lot to clean that up, get it moved, just to drive to the store. So may just throw the diamond plate back on, then we'd be able to kind of compare. That would be black and that would be like the aluminum, and then we could see what looks better. Probably do that. The other thing I wanted to do was paint these wheels black again. I mean, nothing special. I'm either just going to use the cheap black paint that I have, or I have black Plasti Dip that I used on the Jeep a long time ago. I don't know if I have enough to do all of these. I'll have to look. I know I have several cans that are partial cans, but they're really old. I don't know if that stuff holds up over time, I guess I had it on my Jeep wheels for a couple of years, and then I ended up buying some 2019 Wrangler wheels on Craigslist. I got for like 350 bucks. I got 5 wheels with tires that were basically brand new. You can do that a lot because like people will go buy a brand new Wrangler or any vehicle really, and the first thing they do is go and spend $5,000 on wheels and tires to make it look better. And then they take the ones from the factory, which, usually those are actually the ones that came on that Wrangler. that I have on my Jeep now, they're Goodyear Wranglers with Kevlar in them, so pretty decent. And I was really hoping that I could use the TPMS, the tire pressure monitoring system, inside those, and I could program it into my Jeep. But after doing a little research, there had been like 7 different iterations from 2005, which is what my Jeep is, to the 2019. So they've changed them a lot of different times, so there was no way to make those work with it. But still not bad, 350 bucks, and I think the guy would have gone lower. I didn't even try. I know he would have gone lower. I was kicking myself later on. Alright, I'm running low on tape and I don't want to waste it. I'm going to try a trick I saw. Probably won't work with this tiny little bag, but just kind of find the center. Oh, about the center. Go from the center to edge of the wheel. Let's see if that works. I'm supposed to do this with an uninflated, off the bead. So we'll see if I can jam it in there. It doesn't have to be perfect. I just don't want to waste a bunch of tape, playing cards, or there's a lot of ways to do it, but if you have like index cards, you just jam a million of them in there, and I don't think this is going to work. Nah. Well, that's how you waste a trash bag. But if you ever have a tire off the bead, you can do that. It goes right in there. Huh. I still don't want to waste tape, so I gotta figure something out. I'm just gonna use paper towel. And that saves quite a bit of tape. Kind of taking my knife, jamming it in there lightly. Probably more time consuming. Tape's like $5 or $6 a roll these days. I learned when I did my Jeep wheels with this stuff, you gotta put it on pretty thick if you ever want to like peel it off. Because I just, like, you can't just like lightly dust it, it doesn't. Put it on thick, trust me. Alright, these are pretty nasty looking, so just gonna see if I can run them along here. that. Anyway, just that quick, look, it's a lot better, so I'm gonna do that. So that only took maybe 2 or 3 minutes. I don't know if I should paint them black. I don't know how good the paint would actually stick because I can't scuff them up. They're like chrome. I might Plasti Dip them. I've done that before. We'll see. So I am gonna try this. I'm just curious. I'm just gonna use the same brush. It's all coming off anyway, right? I'm just curious how it works on plastic. Maybe I shouldn't use the same brush. I don't care. Don't waste a brush. It's like 69 cents, 79 cents. Everything I've tried it on up till now has been aluminum, so curious how good it works on plastic. I'm thinking it'll probably work really well. That diamond plate is textured, so it makes it a real pain in the butt. I bet this would be awesome. But usually whenever I make a prediction like that, it ends up being the opposite, so I guess we will see, huh? Yeah, look at it, turning blue. Bluish. It was blue underneath. And I think I already told you, but it didn't seem to help doing it out in the sun. Probably even says to do it in the shade. I didn't reread the instructions today, so but yeah, it just dries it out quicker. It seems like it needs to stay liquid to do its thing. So I don't know. We'll just give her a few minutes. Yeah, that's already coming off the blue. It's a good thing you didn't buy so much crap from Amazon. I would have these boxes. Alright. We'll give it a couple minutes and see. Well, that's not good. It's wind's really starting to kick up here. I don't know if you can see it, but not really. You're just gonna have to take my word for it. I got a lot of stuff that could blow away here. Shoot. I was gonna put that guy back on, but the screws that I want to use for it are drying still. Those lug nuts are still drying. That's probably dry enough to put on. It says 3 hours, but here where I live, that means like 12 minutes. So, I would love to get this thing back together, so. Because my other vehicle is blocked in when that thing's up on jacks like that, so I don't know. And don't anybody give me crap for putting the jack stand right there, okay? I know. Alright guys, I still have only one coat on that. It's a little bit later. I'd been on the phone with my parents, so I was working as I was talking to them. So I put this rear quarter protector thing back on and put the wheel back on. Pulled the jack out. I sent my parents some pictures. My dad's like, "You got the jack stand under the leaf spring." I was like, "I know, I already told people not to give me crap for that." Anyways, I'm gonna hop under here and zip tie this back up. I cut that. I had just done that the other day. I cut that to put that rubberized coating on there. So I'm gonna do that and probably see how the stripper's doing over here. Well, I was doing a time lapse, but I want to take it off. This won't take very long. But as you can see, one coat isn't enough. So it's basically just, I'm assuming, going to be like it was with the metal. It took a few coats. It dries out really quick here. It's windy today though. So I don't know. I thought it would actually probably work better on the plastic, but it doesn't seem to be any different. I should have added a second coat a while ago, but I've been doing other stuff. And then my parents called, so this was dried out for quite a bit, probably. Probably been dry for an hour. If it had been wet and then I had applied another coat, it would probably come off real easy right now. God, could you imagine if somebody just bought this, dumped it on your car? Oh my God, that would suck. But it happens. Hopefully, not that many ex-girlfriends know about this stuff. It sucks because I don't know how easy this is going to go on, considering I already put that rear diamond plate on. Because it actually snaps down like into the grooves. There's like little things that go in. So yeah, that might really suck because of this already being on. But as you can see, that's black diamond plate, and that's, I guess I like the black better. And this is going to be a dark gray, so everything will be accented in black. So that's why I'm trying to go ahead and get that done now. You can see the blue is starting to bubble up a little bit now that that stuff's actually on it. Alright, I might have to do this in another video. It's almost dark. I haven't given you guys a video in several days, so I don't think we're gonna let this put the video on hold. I need to start editing, but I'm sure you guys can visualize a. Ooh, is that primer? Looks black under there. Cool. Yeah, so there was just multiple coats on this. That's why it's not working as fast as the metal. Probably have to wet it again in the morning and then scrub it all off. That'll be in the next video though. Alright guys, it's been like 10 minutes and I just took this to it and now you can already see like everything that came off. So that last application really worked good, and I don't know if the black is primer or if that's actually the plastic. That may be the plastic because I haven't seen anything underneath that yet. So anyways, yeah, you can see how it just like falls right off. That would have taken a long time, especially if I tried to go sand through all 3 coats or 2 coats or whatever. But yeah, it does save some labor. But I think that's gonna do it. I need to move this thing and kind of clean underneath it. I got a big mess. And I think, I was just talking to my roommate, I think next video I might redo the window film on these. You can see I got overspray on here, but when film gets really old, well, really old film turns like this purplish color. And that's just how it was back in the day. It's evolved over the years. Film is much better than it used to be. But we can do the bag trick where you take like a grocery bag, stick it to the inside, set it in the sun, and you wet it, and ideally you use some kind of solution. But if that doesn't work, you just got to use elbow grease and scrape it off. And you always want to use stainless steel on glass so you don't scratch it. If you use a carbon steel blade, you can scratch the glass fairly easy. But yeah, that may be in the next video. And there's still a lot of work. This is just one corner. I'm trying to kind of prep for when the wrap shows up, because all this stuff's going to be black, accented black. Like this will be black, and this will be black. Anywhere that I can't wrap will be black. So this thing's been sitting for like, I think 3 days, 2 or 3 days. So I kind of wanted to see how it starts with this stuff in it, because this stuff is really potent. When I filled it up, I only had like a quarter tank, and it only took like 6 gallons to fill it. This says it'll do up to 16 gallons, so it's in there pretty potent. I'm gonna pump it a few times and see if she'll start up okay. Wow. Oh, I tried to give it some. Normally I can give it some gas. I'm not sure what's exactly in that stuff, if it's ethanol, what's in there, but it definitely seems to run slightly different. It kind of, yeah, takes a little while longer to warm up, and it seems to die a little bit easier while you're trying to get it warmed up. But let's see if I can take off like this, if it'll go. I don't have the top like button down in the back very well. I'm only going to Circle K though. And then I think I got the cable for the CB dangling out the side. And then I don't know what that noise was. I guess all the crap I have in the back. She's running though. So that stuff doesn't seem to make it run too bad, even as potent as it is in this thing. So anyway, I just thought I would include that in case anyone was wondering about that. Alright guys, hope you have a great evening or day or what. I don't know what time you're watching this, but have a good one, and I'll see you very soon. Take care. This is facing west, so that is traveling like southeast. Must be one of Elon's rockets. pretty cool. It's bright because the sun is reflecting off of it.